The price of paradise. A new study finds rent prices may continue to rise in South Florida. That's according to research by Florida International University and Florida Atlantic University. Reporter Sophia Hernandez shares what this could mean for those looking to move to the Sunshine State and whether buying or renting is the better move right now.
A monthly study conducted by 2 Florida universities looks at 100 of the top U.S. markets to compare the average prices of homes and rent and see how it fluctuates over time. The result is the answer to the big question: is it better to rent or buy?
Low price to rent ratios favor ownership. Okay, so now you're buying homes at a relatively low cost in terms of dollars in price for $1 in annual rent.
According to Ken Howard Johnson with FAU, those in the market right now should go in with a buy a home and hold strategy.
I mean, it's costly to live here, but I think the financial opportunities are here. The professional opportunities are here. When I moved here 20-something years ago, I was floored at the cost of living, especially housing, but I was right to stay, and I think people years down the road will feel the same.
The reason for the push to own rather than rent is due to multiple factors. The main one, a shortage of housing units. Professor Ellie Baraha at FIU says in the U.S., we are down about 4 million, and the demand is through the roof.
And that problem is not going to be solved anytime soon. To build the housing that's necessary to keep up with population growth and to make up this shortage will take at least a decade.
It's the reason that home prices are so high right now. Researchers say it's not expected to go down anytime soon, but rather stay right where it is. Baraha shares that transactions in South Florida are currently very low, with sellers not wanting to sell and buyers not wanting to buy. But buying now is still your best bet before the market becomes even more competitive.
People think about the risk of, oh, I'm going to buy a home and then maybe prices will come down, and that is a big risk. I don't think it's going to happen, but I see why people see that as a risk. To me, much more of a risk is what happens if you rent. Prices will continue to go up, which I believe they will go up as soon as interest rates will come down. And then you're being priced. Your rent is going to be higher, and you're not going to be able to buy a home, and you're going to be priced out of the money market.
So how do you make sure you are making a financially sound decision? Baraha says when you are looking to buy a home with all of its expenses should not cost you more than around 40% of your income. Johnson says for those still wanting to rent, make sure you have a savings portfolio to help you in the long run. Sophia Hernandez, Florida 24 Network.